ain't nobody said about the kid, though. No, she said very clearly, she's talking about the wife. She's not talking about the children.
No, she said child. She said child.
She said child. She said child. She said Martell need a DNA test.
Martell need to go get a blood test.
That's what I didn't hear.
Why are you talking about it then?
If you want to mention somebody other than who you talking to, I think I'm talking about what I want to say. Hey, man, get your hand down. Get your hand down. Get your hand down. Get your hand down.
It's the moment fans have been waiting for. Marsau Scott finally had enough of Martell Holt and Destiny Payton's tangled web of lies, secrets, and half-truths. For years, viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville have watched these three dance around rumors, deny what's right in front of them, and play innocent while the world dissected their every move. But now, Marsau isn't playing nice anymore. He's speaking out, and what he's saying could change everything we thought we knew about Martell and Destiny's so-called friendship.
I heard there's a rumor and I don't need no admissions, all right? I'm just really talking about just making sure you're good.
Yeah.
And if you need anything, I'm there.
I appreciate that.
All right.
But everything's good, though.
All right, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold up. If Martell and Melody are so good, then why is Melody bringing this up at dinner like it still bothers her?
Hello?
Momo.
What's up, Solo?
So me and Tell, we out here at the lot. I had some concerns from the other night when we talked at dinner.
Okay.
You know how Mel brought up the whole stuff and it got a little uncomfortable. So I just want to make sure that he was all good for everything we got going on. Because when we're talking about getting this whole thing together and getting this whole initiative together, you know, we need everybody's game face.
That's always a concern.
Martell said it happened over a year ago and he's back to being perfect, so that's a good thing. I think he's good. He ain't gonna be on no more of that.
We probably should meet up, man, instead of just conversing over the phone, because I'd like to see exactly how things shake out.
All right, cool. We'll do.
When Marsau dropped the truth bomb, it wasn't just gossip, it was revelation. Fans couldn't believe what they heard. For so long, Martell had been the loud one, always trying to twist stories and play the victim, while Destiny stayed quiet, refusing to clear her name or confront the rumors head-on.
Also did an interview out here saying, I'm like, why would this dude even fix his mouth to say something about my charge? So what's the problem with you then?
Every time he opens his mouth to say something about Marsau, he gonna be talking about Martell.
I never say about you. What you
about
talking
what
about?
Marsau knows about Martell. I'm telling you right now, I don't have no respect for you.
Okay, it's like dude code, and it's like we together. I'm not saying nothing about it.
Oh, we've never been together.
Where the pictures at, Martell? Let me see.
Just my boy. Go ahead and say your shit.
Keep going, big fella. Keep going, big fella.
I'm done. Here we go. Hold on.
But Marsau, he's done sitting in the shadows. His words exposed cracks in Martell's narrative that even the most loyal fans can't ignore anymore. And here's the twist. What Marsau revealed might finally prove that everything Martell and Destiny claimed about their platonic friendship was nothing but a carefully built illusion.
That's what I need after a long day.
No kids, just peace and quiet, a little bit of adult time, a little bit of work.
Got to coordinate a lot of stuff. I've got to make phone calls all day today, all day tomorrow.
Marsau Scott has always been the calm one in the chaos, the businessman, the peacemaker, the guy who stays out of the mess. But don't let that cool demeanor fool you. He's been watching, observing, and collecting receipts for a long time. And when he finally spoke out about Martell and Destiny, it wasn't random. It was calculated, sharp, and right on time.
This whole situation is foul. There's no way to paint it any other way. There's no way to make it something else. It's just foul. And the part that I don't like the most is that you try to drag my name in the gutter where y'all.
To understand why Marsau's words hit so hard, we have to go back. See, the dynamic between Martell Holt and Destiny Payton didn't start with rumors. It started with loyalty. Destiny came on to Love and Marriage Huntsville as Melody Shari's close friend, a shoulder to lean on during one of the hardest times in Melody's life. Back then, Melody and Martell's marriage was crumbling. The cheating, the lies, the public humiliation, it was all out in the open. When Destiny joined the cast, viewers saw her as a breath of fresh air. She was confident, outspoken, and seemed to truly support Melody. But that image didn't last long. Once Melody cut ties with Martell, Destiny's loyalty started to shift. Suddenly, she wasn't standing next to her best friends anymore. She was standing beside her best friend's ex-husband. Fans started to notice the tension. Melody looked uncomfortable whenever Destiny's name came up. The friendship that once looked unbreakable started to crumble piece by piece. And when people asked why, the silence said everything. Destiny refused to give clear answers. She'd dodge questions, change topics, or say, "We're just in different places." But fans could see there was more to it. Then came the real storm, Martell and Destiny's chemistry. The lingering looks, the late-night phone calls, the awkward smiles. It didn't take long before viewers began to question if something deeper was happening between them. Martell made jokes about Destiny's son looking like him, calling himself Uncle Martell. He laughed it off, but everyone knew it wasn't just harmless fun. The rumors grew louder, and the tension between Martell, Destiny, and Melody became the talk of Huntsville. Yet through it all, Marsau Scott stayed quiet, until now. So what did Marsau actually say? Well, when he finally spoke, it was like he pulled the curtain off a performance that had been going on for far too long. In a series of comments and subtle jabs, Marsau suggested that Martell and Destiny's so-called friendship wasn't as innocent as they wanted everyone to believe. He hinted that Martell thrives on chaos, that he stirs rumors, manipulates narratives, and uses people to keep his name buzzing. According to Marsau, Martell's comments about Destiny's son, the jokes, the hints, none of that was random. It was all part of his strategy to stay relevant, to keep his story alive even when his personal life was falling apart. Marsau made it clear that Martell's words always have a purpose. He doesn't say things by accident, he plants seeds. He lets people talk, then sits back and watches the mess unfold. But this time, the strategy might have backfired because Marsau isn't protecting him anymore. And when it came to Destiny, Marsau's tone changed. He didn't come right out and accuse her, but he made it clear that her silence has been one of the biggest red flags. Fans have been saying it for years. If there's really nothing going on, why not just shut it down? Why avoid questions? Why deflect instead of deny? Marsau seemed to echo those thoughts, making it clear that her quietness isn't helping her case, it's making it worse. The way Marsau spoke about it made fans feel like he knows more than he's saying. He's seen things behind the scenes, things that never made it to the cameras. And that's what makes his words sting, because they're coming from someone who's been close to both Martell and Destiny. But here's where things get even messier. For years, Marsau and Martell were tight. They were business partners, friends, and allies in the drama-filled world of love and marriage Huntsville. Whenever the rest of the cast turned on Martell for his behavior, Marsau was one of the few who didn't abandon him completely. He'd crack jokes, downplay Martell's chaos, or change the subject when things got too heated. So when Marsau suddenly decided to expose Martell's patterns, fans were shocked. Some said Marsau was finally telling the truth. Others think he's just trying to distance himself before Martell drags him into another scandal. Because let's be real, Martell's name has been tied to controversy from the start. From his messy divorce with Melody to his ongoing custody battles, every chapter of Martell's life has been public drama. But what Marsau's exposing now isn't just about cheating or personal issues, it's about manipulation. It's about how Martell uses relationships, both romantic and friendly, as tools to stay in control. Marsau's exact words hit hard. Martell knows what he's doing when he speaks. He knows how to make people question what's real. That one line sent fans into a frenzy. It's like Marsau finally confirmed what people have been whispering for years, that Martell plays mind games for attention. And Destiny? She's part of that game too, whether she admits it or not. But here's the thing, while Marsau's exposing Martell's lies, he's also opening himself up to scrutiny. Fans haven't forgotten that Marsau and Martell used to be thick as thieves. They've shared secrets, business moves, and private conversations. So when Marsau speaks now, some wonder if it's really about truth or self-preservation. Some fans believe Marsau's timing isn't random. He's choosing this moment because Martell's chaos is catching up to everyone around him. The public is growing tired of Martell's antics, and Marsau doesn't want to be the next person dragged into his downfall. By exposing Martell's behavior now, Marsau positions himself as the rational one, the guy who finally said what everyone else was too afraid to say. But not everyone's buying it. Critics are calling him out, saying, where was this energy before? When Martell was disrespecting Melody, spreading rumors, and tearing people down, Marsau stayed silent. He laughed, he kept his distance, but never spoke up. So why now? Some believe Marsau's speaking out because he's trying to protect his wife, Tisha. Over the years, Martell's reckless behavior has often spilled over into other people's relationships. Every time Martell makes a scene, the entire cast ends up affected, and that includes the Scotts. So Marsau might not just be calling out Martell to expose lies, he might be doing it to protect his own peace, his own image, and his marriage. Still, his words have struck a chord with fans who are tired of watching Martell dodge accountability. One viewer commented, "It's about time someone called Martell out for the games he plays. He's been lying and manipulating for years, and Destiny helped him cover it up." Another wrote, "Marsau's not perfect, but he's right about this. Martell uses people like pieces on a chessboard." And a third added, "Destiny's silence says everything. If there's nothing to hide, then why stay quiet all this time?" These reactions show just how divided fans are. Some see Marsau as a truth teller, others see him as a strategist. But either way, his words have changed the conversation. Because now, people aren't just asking if Martell and Destiny are hiding something, they're asking how long they've been hiding it. Behind the cameras, it's clear that the tension in Huntsville has never been higher. Melody has moved on, focusing on her career and peace, but the shadow of Martell and Destiny's connection keeps creeping back into the spotlight. Every time they try to move past it, something or someone pulls it right back up. Marsau's revelations might be the breaking point. The calm, calculated businessman finally losing patience and speaking the truth could be what pushes this entire dynamic into chaos once again. Because once Marsau speaks, people listen. He's not known for running his mouth, so when he does, it carries weight. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. It's not just another rumor or a messy back and forth, it's a shift. Marsau's words didn't just expose Martell and Destiny, they exposed the truth about how this entire show operates. Everyone's playing a game. Everyone's protecting an image. But not everyone's willing to admit it. Now, the emotional impact of Marsau's revelations is being felt by everyone involved. For Martell, it's another blow to his already damaged reputation. He's always tried to present himself as misunderstood, the man who made mistakes but deserves grace. But Marsau's words chip away at that image, revealing someone who isn't just careless, but calculated. For Destiny, it's worse. Her silence, once seen as maturity or privacy, now looks like guilt. Fans who used to defend her are starting to question her motives. Was she really caught in the middle, or was she playing both sides? And for Melody, even though she's not directly involved this time, it's reopening old wounds. The same people who once betrayed her are now turning on each other, and the truth she tried to expose years ago is finally coming to light. Marsau might have just done what nobody else could, forced Martell and Destiny to face the truth, not just in front of cameras, but within themselves. In the end, this drama isn't just about lies. It's about loyalty, ego, and the cost of protecting an image. Marsau's decision to speak up has shaken the table in ways fans didn't expect. It's not every day that someone from Martell's inner circle decides to tell the truth, and when it happens, the fallout is bound to be explosive. Now, everyone's watching, waiting for Martell's response. Will he clap back, deny everything, or try to twist the story like he always does? And what about Destiny? Will she finally speak, or keep hiding behind silence that no longer protects her? One thing's for sure, Marsau's words have changed the game. The alliances are shifting, the masks are cracking, and for the first time in a long time, the truth doesn't seem so far away. Because when you build your world on lies, all it takes is one person brave enough to tell the truth, and Marsau Scott just did that. And now, the entire city of Huntsville is listening.